guys, it's Tina and I'm back. Oh my god. If you are also back, hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in again. And if you're new, maybe you like what you see, so feel free to hit the subscribe button. We have new videos here every week. We love makeup and beauty, and sometimes we have a little bit of some ranty chats. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, feel free to subscribe. But today we are doing a haul video. I know. Okay, so here's the thing. I picked up a few things that I am really excited to share with you guys today, and I also have some other things that are coming up that I am going to do separate videos for, because I want to do like dedicated videos for a few brands that are exciting, so stay tuned for that. But today I'm going to share with you some of the products that I picked up recently, and we're going to show you swatches and give you my initial thoughts about these products, because some of them I've already tried out and I've swatched them, so I have like a good vibe for them. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm gonna start out, you know what, I'm gonna just start out with the first thing in front of me. This is from Colored Rain. It is their new makeup brushes. So I picked up the complete set. They have a set of eye brushes and they have a set of face brushes, but you can also get them all together, and they come in this little pouch, and these are so beautiful. So these brush guards are included with the bigger face brushes. These are all synthetic, and I love the handles on these. So these have a like an ombre coffee brown to a caramel latte vibe, and the ferrules are a yellow gold. Again, synthetic brushes, so these are gonna be perfect for those of you who are vegan or you prefer to use synthetic hair brushes rather than natural hair. I love both. I enjoy both, and when I saw this brush design, I was like, all right, I need to get these. Plus this is a black owned brand, so I definitely want to go ahead and support my peoples. And this is their first venture into eyeshadow brushes, but I love the shapes that were available. So they have an angled version. It's very fluffy and they're very soft. They feel like synthetic brushes. Synthetic brushes tend to be pretty soft. They also have a big pom-pom style face brush, which is good for powder, and it's very floppy, again very soft. And then they have a smaller angled brush that you can use for contouring, or you can even use it for blush because of the shape of it. So I'm very excited about these face brushes. And then they have a set of eye brushes. So we have a couple of blending brushes, which is great to include when you're doing a set. The majority of the brushes that we use in looks tend to be blending brushes. So they have a couple of sizes. They have a large blending, a medium, and a small, and then they have a mini. So the mini is going to be perfect for like precision work or smaller eyes. The small and the mini, perfect for smaller eyes. They have an eyeshadow brush. This one is a little bit stiffer. It feels a little sharp, so I don't know, maybe I can use that for concealer. And you can use this for like metallic eyeshadows. That would be good for that. And then they have a small angled brush and a liner brush. These two brushes for me, this is why I don't buy brush sets, because these two I can do without. The others I can definitely use, but I am so excited about this. And these weren't like really expensive either, which I truly appreciate. And they feel pretty nice in the hands. They don't feel heavy necessarily, but they don't feel lightweight like throwaway brushes. So I am very excited to just get to using these and having fun with them. I haven't touched them yet, but I am excited to use those. Okay, another thing that I picked up, all right, I'll just get through the boring things. I grabbed the They're Real Magnet Mascara from Benefit. I really grabbed this to do a review. I didn't grab this because I was like, oh my god, intrigued. I've never been excited about Benefit mascaras, and this one is no different. This one was a little bit more intriguing than the They're Real because they have the little magnetic claim in it. So what they did was include magnetic minerals in the formulation. Then they say they have a magnet in the brush. So as you're applying this, the magnet in the brush will pull the magnetic fibers out to the end, so it's gonna give you more lift and length. We will see how that goes. I tried it out today Should I give you a little bit of a sneak peek? No, I'm not gonna give you a spoiler, but I applied this today and it works okay. I don't see like the fibers in this. Is not like a fiber mascara, but I don't know that I got a lot of length. Let's just put it that way. But I did pick this up. You will see this in an upcoming video. I will try to mix it in just to show you guys how it applies to my lashes. All right, next on the agenda, I picked up some of the Mint collection items from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I spoke about these in a shopping blog video, and I said I wasn't gonna get them because I just wanted this little mint pencil, which is really pretty, by the way. It's a pastel, like pistachio shade, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I am glad I picked it up. But since it's e.l.f. and the shipping, you have to have over a certain amount to get free shipping, and they're so low cost, you're like, all right, let me go ahead and grab some other things. So that's what ended up happening. So I picked up the other shade as well. These are called the Mint Melt No Budge Eyeshadow Sticks, I guess. And the mint shade is Mint For You, and then the chocolatey shade is called Melt With Me. So this is more, well, I would say it's more of a bronzy brown. They're really stunning. They are smooth. They apply with great pigmentation. The bronze one has a little bit of shimmer to it, and the mint is a matte. I can't wait to try that little mint shade. It's so cute. And then I also picked up the two new quads that they have. So these are the Mint Melt eyeshadows. We have Chocolate Mint and Mint To Be. So Mint To Be is the lighter of the two palettes, and this one has two shimmer shades, two mattes. The deeper matte is like a gray, it's like a green gray. It's an interesting shade, and I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. I thought it was gonna be like an olive or a green, but it's more of like a green tinted gray. And then the other matte is a light pastel green, which is really beautiful. And then the shimmers are really stunning as well. The white one there is actually a duochrome. It's really stunning. And then the second palette, this one is the Chocolate Mint, has also two mattes and two shimmers. These are also very beautiful. The two mattes are brown, so we have like a medium tone caramelly brown and then a deeper chocolate brown. And the shimmer shades also pretty gorgeous. So I'm actually very happy I got these. I didn't know what to expect. I do like the little bite-sized eyeshadow palettes from e.l.f. But with these, I was like, am I gonna like them? Am I gonna care? And I'm happy I got them because they're actually pretty cute. All right, moving on. I also picked up the Morphe. I know, okay? Don't listen, okay? We're doing things. So this is the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. It's medium to full coverage, and the shade I got is Rich 25. Now here's why I got this one, all right? The campaign is with Shayla, Makeup Shayla on Instagram. She is a Black beauty influencer, and I am happy to see when Black influencers get the opportunity to work with some of these brands. I don't think they've ever really used a Black influencer for any of their collaborations. This is not a collaboration, but she is the face of the collection. So I wanted to go ahead and support her collection. And also, Danessa Myricks is the makeup artist on this campaign, and she also took the photos. So I wanted to go ahead and support this launch because the face of the campaign and the artist behind the campaign are Black. So I definitely wanted to try it out. Plus, okay, confession time, I picked up a foundation from Morphe too. I know. This is the Hint Hint Skin Tint. This is sheer to medium coverage, and the shade I picked up is Hint of Cappuccino. And this is more of a serum liquidy foundation. It's more lightweight. I still think this is a medium buildable foundation. It can go light. All right, light medium, I guess. All right, whatever, fine. I really like this, and I was surprised. I just picked this up on a whim. I wasn't really thinking much of it. I was like, all right, I was in Ulta and I was like, all right, pick it up. and I really liked it, which kind of inspired me to get this even more. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. This is $20 at Ulta, and then you can use their coupon. So I used the $3.50 off $3.50 off 15 coupon. This is $20, and then there was a free brush included, and this brush I believe is like $8 or $10. I may be wrong, and it's a nice little brush. So that's why I picked this up. I have used this. Have I used it? No, I haven't used it, but I will use it in a get ready with me video so you can see how it applies and everything. Spoiler alert, I really like it. You know what? I'm just gonna confess, it is what it is. In addition to that, I picked up the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation from Huda Beauty. This is the new formulation without fragrance, so I'm happy to see it. This is more of a full coverage foundation. The shade I have is 430N Gingerbread. This one, I don't know, I use this in a get ready with me. I will link it over here. And it looks a little bit more yellow on my skin tone. It's not the best skin tone match for me. I can make it work, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it. Somehow it looks a little bit more yellow than the original. So I'm still thinking about this one, and it looks like foundation on your skin, okay? It's a full coverage foundation. It's definitely not on the natural side, and I'm more into medium buildable foundations that can give me a more skin-like look. Like right now, I'm wearing the ColourPop No Filter foundation, and it doesn't look like, I mean, you see I have makeup on, but it doesn't look like foundation-y, you know what I mean? So I'm still on the fence about this one. Still on the fence. I am thinking about it. We will see what happens with it, but you know, just so you know, give you a little bit of hint of what I'm feeling for this one. I also picked up another foundation. Where did it go? Hold on. Here we go. It's the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I have the little plastic thing that it came in because I wasn't sure if I got the right shade match. So now I can't swatch in store. I don't know what my shade is, but the one I got was 35N. And this is Sephora's new foundation, and it is a perfect natural finish foundation plus anti-pollution. I don't know what that means, but it's medium buildable coverage. And I like Sephora's makeup, okay? They do really great products. Their eyeshadows are nice, their liners are nice. I just think they do a decent range. Their powder, they have a radiant powder, a baked powder. That powder is really beautiful. So I was like, all right, let me try out this foundation. So that's why I grabbed it. And this one I'm also gonna just pop on in a get ready with me and tell you guys what I feel about it. But it's a decent price too, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. I don't know why, okay? I had a little bit of an outing. I finally went into Sephora and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. So all right, don't listen. Sometimes we have weaknesses, okay? So that's what's happened there. But we have some other fun things. All right, let's dive in. What should I go in with next? Should we talk about eyeshadow palettes, or should we talk about like brow products? Let me talk about brow products. So I grabbed the new Huda Beauty brow pencil. This just launched. This is the Bomb Brows brow pencil. Yeah, micro shade brow pencil. Now what intrigued me about this is the micro fine tip to this. So this is a dual-ended pencil, and I believe this is under $20, so it's not too pricey. It's cheaper than my Benefit pencil, and I was interested in the ultra fine point. So I'll show you this up against my Benefit pencil, but it is a really tiny pencil, and that's the selling point of this. That is what Huda wanted to go with this pencil, and I'm gonna give Huda props where props are due, okay? She comes out with different products all the time. She is not just coming out with the same. She does mix it up, and I really like that about her brand. I don't know about her though. There's some stuff about her that's a little bit sketchy, but I do like the innovation behind the products that she releases for her brand. So the shade I got is number 7 Black Brown, and the point is really tiny. But here's the thing. I applied this today. That's what I'm wearing in my brows, and I didn't have, let's see, the way I do my brows, I didn't see a difference because I don't do like the hair-like strokes. And this is still like a smudgier formula, so if your brows are moisturized, if your skin is moisturized at all, this will just smudge. It won't give you like sharp lines. So if you're going for the sharp line look, which I think you can accomplish with this, you're gonna need to apply this to dry brows. So either prep your brows with a primer that's gonna like give them a base to stick to, or don't apply moisturizer, just leave them bare and dry when you go in with this, because it can definitely give you those pinpoint strokes, and I really like that. I think it's innovative, I think it's different, and I think it's something that, yeah, it's great on the market. It doesn't contain a ton of product. How much does it contain? Hold on now. It contains 0.023 grams. Wow, that is not a lot of product. My Benefit pencil contains 0.08 grams. So, whoo, that is almost 4 times the size of this pencil. Now this is a finer point, but still, like, you're getting less product. I don't know if I like that. Would I repurchase this? I'm gonna have to see. It's okay, like, I like it, but again, I didn't get the fine strokes, but that's not what I do in my brows anyway. I create an outline of my brows, so I'm gonna try it out some more. I don't know if the money versus what you're getting is worth it, but the innovation definitely there. If you're into creating those brush strokes, that might be a good one for you to check out. All right, let's jump into the eyeshadow palette. So you guys already saw this. I grabbed the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. This is the newest Naked palette from Urban Decay, and I already did a get ready with me video featuring this palette, and that's the same get ready where I used the Huda Beauty foundation. So this palette, okay, I was so interested in it because, one, the packaging is stunning. The packaging is so beautiful. If the eyeshadows actually match like the theme of the packaging, it would be hitting it out the park. That's not what it did though. It's a more subdued palette. It's definitely following the Naked theme, which is just browns, okay? This has browns and bronzes with 2 teal shades. Well, one more minty shade and one deep matte teal. What I love about this palette is that the majority of the shades in this palette are matte, which I love, and there are deep, rich mattes in here, which I absolutely adore. And honestly, I really like this palette, but if you're expecting a colorful palette, that's not what you're gonna get here. This is a brown palette with 2 colorful, more tealy green shades in it. There are no beautiful, like, multi-chromes like the packaging implies. It is just a brown palette that's more on the warm side, but I like it, okay? I truly do like it. I know not a lot of people are gonna love this. Personally, I think this is gonna be more for people who like just everyday wearable looks that are very simple, but they want a little bit of interesting color in there. And I think these 2 shades are very easy to incorporate if you are afraid of color and you just wanna step out of your comfort zone a little bit. I like it. I understand why other people don't like it, but I don't think Urban Decay is catering to those people anymore. I think they are really catering to the Naked palette audience that is looking for a brown palette at the end of the day. I like it, but again, totally understand if you don't. Then I grabbed the Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. Now I mentioned this in my other haul video that I did, but I didn't do the swatches in that video, so I'm including them in this video instead. So this one I already hauled, but I wanted to mention it a second time because I can show you the swatches now. Here's the thing about this palette. It's an all matte palette. It's a very neutral palette. It's a transition palette. And her intention with creating this palette was that it can be used for the face, the eyes, and the brows. So you can use it for contouring, bronzing, eyebrows. You can also use like some of the lighter powders for highlighting on the face. It's just a very basic palette. And when I swatched this, I was less than impressed because they feel a little bit drier than I was expecting, because the Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadows palettes that I have, they have very smooth mattes. So I expected the same thing from this formula, but these are a little bit drier, a little bit stiffer, and I don't know if I love that just yet. I don't know. I haven't tested it on the eyes, but just by feeling them, I'm not in love. But I know that some drier matte formulas work really well on the eyes. They just don't feel great to touch, which it doesn't matter if they feel great to touch as long as they work well on the eyes, right? Viseart comes to mind when you think of that. So I'm gonna test this out, I just wanted to show you guys the swatches. I already showed swatches on Instagram, so you know, I shared it there, but I wanted to mention it again in a haul video just so you guys can get the swatches and get a little bit of feedback about that palette from moi. Now, I have a couple more palettes. Okay, this I already shared on Instagram as well. So I've been trying to share more swatches of eyeshadow palettes on Instagram so you guys can use that for reference. So I picked up the Viseart Dark Edit palette. I've been eyeing this for a while. I don't like tiny palettes like this. Like, I really hate tiny eyeshadow pans. But I said my favorite palette from Viseart is the Dark Mattes palette. This is the Dark Edit, which is a spin-off of that palette. I should like it. I should love it. And the color story, like Jewel Tone Dark Mattes, this is right up my alley. Like, I should love this, right? When I swatch this, child, when I tell you dry. When I tell you, listen, I was like, some lubrication is necessary. These are not cute. These are not cute at all. The shimmers are not cute either. I don't know. I gotta try these on the eyes before I can make a final judgment, but just feeling them, these are even drier than the Dominique one. And that's why I'm like, maybe these are gonna be fine, because Viseart mattes are notorious for swatching poorly. Like these swatches, you see these swatches, you see how unimpressive these are, right? But they are so notorious for swatching poorly and performing well on the eyes. So I have some hope. I haven't given up hope, like I haven't lost hope completely. So I'm gonna try this out some more. But I finally like bit the bullet and picked it up. I don't know, I just did it, okay? And then I also got another one that you guys suggested for me. This is the Koi palette. I think I mentioned this in another shopping block video, and a lot of you guys were like, yeah, pick it up, it's such a great palette, I have it and I love it, you should get it, you should get it. And so I got it. And who told me to go? You are lying to me. You guys might love this palette, and it's a cute pastel palette. And this shimmer formula is more my speed. It's more what I like. I like a subtle shimmer. I don't like chunky shimmer or shimmer that's like really metallic and like gives like a crepey look to the eyes. This is more up my alley as far as formulation goes for shimmers. The color story though. Which one of y'all thought this was gonna be for me? Who said this? Y'all are so wrong. Oh my god. So I have the Boheme Dream palette, which is the ribbons, the really beautiful colorful one. So stunning. Love it. So gorgeous. I love that. This is like a more subdued, played out version of that, okay? The best shade here is the green, which is the shimmery, it's like really beautiful in lime green. The other shades, if I wanted to do an Easter egg look, but pastels aren't my thing, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, okay? I am not gonna love everything that you guys recommend. It's not that anything is wrong with the formulation, it's just the color story. Not so much. Not loving it. No. I am, yeah, so these two are just, I'm not impressed, but you know what? I'm gonna try them out before I make final judgment. Like, I'm gonna withhold, I am already judging it. Who am I lying to, right? Anyway, moving on to a palette that's actually pretty. This one is the LA Girl palette. I mentioned LA Girl in a couple of haul videos I've done. I think I did a look with one of the 9pan palettes. These are nice. When I tell you these are nice, now here's the thing. These are hit or miss. These 50, how much eyeshadow in a 16, I nearly said 18, 16 pan eyeshadow palette, okay? These are hit or miss because I've picked up a couple that were duds and I was just like, oh wow, the color payoff was just trash. But some of these are really good. The ones that I've picked up that I shared with you guys are really good. And this one is also pretty nice. So it is the Desert Dream. How is this Desert Dream? What part of this said desert? You know what? Listen, LA Girl is playing themselves. But this is the Desert Dream palette. Alright, I guess it's a dream. And I really do like this. This has mineral oil in it. And I say that all the time. These palettes, they're cheaper. They have mineral oil. But the mineral oil makes the eyeshadows feel really smooth and buttery. And they apply well. And I like them. So who am I? Okay? Even though it's a cheap ingredient, it's effective. And I really like this. So this is more of a blue dream. It has some purples in there too, but these are purples that I can vibe with, like this deep purple, like these two. Those are my kind of purples. And then it has these lime greens. I love a good lime green. And then this blue, shut your face, shut up. It has more pastel tones, but these pastels have a punch to them. Like, I have color payoff. They're not too muted or subdued, and they don't just disappear on my skin. And then the shimmers are really stunning. This is a better palette for me than the little koi palette from Viseart. Okay? This is cute. It's at Ulta. I think it's $15.99. You can use your coupon, $3.50 off. I'm telling you, and they have sales all the time. So if you were eyeing this is cute. It's cute. She cute. She real cute. Okay, other eyeshadow. You know what? I'm gonna end with those I'm gonna end with those. So I mentioned as well that I picked up 2 of the 5-pan palettes from ColourPop. I hate these. I hate these with a passion of 1,000 suns. These are so cheap looking, so I got the crushed one and the ballad. The ballad I wanted to get because it's cool tone, and I thought it was gonna be taupey and beautiful and sexy and gray, and no. So here's the thing. There's 1 matte in here, 2 shimmers, and then 2 mattes infused with glitter, micro glitter. So it's those matte shades where the glitter dusts away, so it's like, why include the glitter? Because the glitter just goes everywhere and it just makes you a sparkly fairy vampire, and it looks stupid, and I hate that. Because the shades without the glitter are actually pretty decent, so I just don't like these. And they feel so cheap and chintzy, like the packaging is trash. Like, come on, even e.l.f. is doing better. Like, look at e.l.f.'s little palette, and they did a better job than this. This looks thrown together. This you can tell is cheaper, but it actually looks like there was more effort in it, you know, put into it. This is the crush one. And the 2 mattes in this, beautiful. No, the 3 mattes, there are 3 mattes, yeah. But then this little glittery, it's so bad. I hate them so much. I hate them with a passion. I don't like them one bit. I completely, oh God, Jesus Lord. Okay. Here's another palette that I picked up. Did I swatch this? Yes, I think I did. So this is the Khaki Haze palette from Huda Beauty. These are on sale now at Sephora. So I was like, all right, let me try it out. I also hate this. I know. Okay, so here's the thing. This has how many mattes? 5 mattes, 4 shimmers. The shimmers are very hard pressed. They're very difficult to pick up. They were hard to swatch. The best shade is probably this olivey tone, but I can make them work if I use a damp brush. But the mattes are cute, and these are more army type, almost like, yeah, like a hazy army olive green situation. And I really like the mattes in this, so I'll work with it for the mattes. But I am glad I got it on sale, and I know why it's on sale. The shimmers are just why. The color story is cute, and I'll use it, but I'm not like completely thrilled about it. Okay, let me talk about highlighters. So I picked up this Anastasia, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Omrizi highlighter. Y'all, somebody said that, Tina, you should try this out, because I anti-hauled it. Well, I had it in a shopping block, and somebody was like, no, it looks good on deeper skin. And I can see how this would look great on rich, deep skin. On me, no. As I expected, this is too icy. I can see the line when I apply this to my skin. Like, I have highlight on now, but it just looks glowy, and it looks one with my skin, right? It doesn't look like, here's a highlighter line. So I don't like this. It is still a yellow gold, and it is more like an icy yellow gold. It's not white though, you know, but I don't like it. The packaging is beautiful. The actual embossing on this is gorgeous. It's stunning. It's stunning. The presentation is fantastic. I completely hate it though. I took your recommendation and tried it out. Like, I am willing to try things out, and I'll give it a chance. I did not like this, and yeah, that's where we are with that. And then I picked up a couple more face products. So I picked up the Ride or Die, a couple of the Ride or Die blushes from Ofra Cosmetics. So I got this shade Blush Zer. So it's blush with a Zer, Z-E-R. stop making things complicated, okay? So I picked up the shade Unit, and this one is Squad. So these are duos with a bronzer and a blush, and I use this in the Get Ready With Me Again. This one is pretty. This blush is very pigmented. It's a rich, like, yeah, it's like a muted red. I wouldn't say, it's a richly pigmented muted red. Does that make sense? It packs a punch. It packs a punch, and it's hard to blend out if you have it over like damp skin. It will stay there. So it's a little intense, but I can see this working really well on richer skin. Here's the problem though. The bronzer is not gonna work on richer skin that well. It works well on me, but I don't see it, like, the blush doesn't work well. It's too rich, too deep, but the bronzer works well. So whoever likes the blush on them won't necessarily like the bronzer because it won't show up. So it's like, did they choose these shades correctly? I don't think so, but mixing them together actually gives you a beautiful color. So you can do that as well. And I hate packaging like this where they have the split pan, but there's no like real split. It's just in one little pan. And then your brush that you're gonna use, see, they didn't consider this. The brush that you're gonna use for a bronzer is gonna be on the larger side. So how are you gonna make sure that all you get is bronzer, right? And the brush that you'll use for a blush is still gonna be larger too, unless you use a small one, but it's, you know what I mean? It's not really the greatest packaging for this kind of product. And then Unit, this one is the medium one, which I was like, all right, if the deep one doesn't work, maybe the medium one will work. And this one is too light. I can mix this together to get like a glowy, like, it's more like, what would you consider that? Like a rose blush? Like a nude rose. But it's too light. So the medium's too light. The deepest one is too dark. So this was not my favorite purchase. And the swatches you're seeing, you can see what I mean. It was just not like my perfect one. And then I got the liquid blush as well, which is Squad. So I ended up getting the Squad Duo. So they have them in duos where you can get the blusher and the liquid blush in the little box together, or you can buy them individually. So I got the dark one in the kit, and let me tell you something, this liquid blush is awful. So I like liquid blushes. I've been getting into cream blushes, like I'm loving them, right? So I was like, all right, I want to try it out. So this one is the shade Truly. It is truly awful. This is more of a watery, like almost like a lip stain type of texture. It has a liquid lipstick wand or a lip gloss wand. It's just too wet. It's too wet. It picks up whatever you have underneath, and it shears out and gets patchy because I don't know like, even on, like, you can see it shearing out and patching up. I don't know what to do with this. I really don't know what the point is for this. It's not a good formulation. So I don't know. Here's the thing, I reached out to them and asked if I could try this collection in PR, and they said they were sending it to me, but I'd already gone ahead and ordered it myself. So I don't know if they're gonna want to send it to me after this, because I don't love it. I don't love it at all. It wasn't like my favorite thing that I picked up at all. It definitely wasn't. Okay, now I think we can wrap up with the final couple of palettes that I picked up. So I grabbed two Nomad Cosmetics palettes. I mentioned this in the shopping blog video that I did, that I was thinking of getting the Fire and Ice palette. This is inspired by Iceland, and then after I did that video, they released the images for their newest palette, which is the Shanghai palette. Here's the thing, the Shanghai palette was withdrawn because there was a lot of feedback from the Asian community, specifically the Chinese community, about cultural appropriation and the insensitivity that is behind this palette. So what Nomad does is they go to different countries, hence the Nomad thing, like they're world travelers, so they go around to different countries and get inspired. Hence the Iceland palette, right? And they have different themes in all their palettes. And this one is based around Shanghai. But here's the thing, They said their inspiration is yin and yang. And based on what I've seen in the comments and just doing some quick research on my own, yin yang is a religious symbol for the Chinese, and they take their culture and their symbology and their religion very seriously, as any culture would. So for you to take that and then incorporate it into a palette and profit off of it, it's cultural appropriation. And it also falls in line with Orientalism, which is a phrase coined by Edward Said, and it's pretty much the idea that the imperialists and people in the West romanticize and kind of create this mysticism around the East, and they create it's just like they're fetishizing people's cultures and putting it on for costume, and they're going to people's countries and making their customs, their culture, their religion, these things that are symbolic to them and have a lot of significant meaning to them, taking it and making it touristy. You know what I mean? I can't completely understand, obviously, because it's not my place to decide what is offensive or what is not when it comes to the Shanghai palette, but I can definitely get where this is coming from. And they pulled this palette, and I still have the swatches up on my Instagram, and I'll show it here in this video as well, because so you can see the names in the palette and see where people were coming from with their criticism. And the palette is beautifully designed. We can give Nomad that. They do a really good job with designing the palette. And the color story in here, it's cute. I did swatches of this and you'll see them here. They're very muted shades. And that was another thing that they spoke about, that the colors just didn't match up with the colors of Shanghai. The colors, the richness of their culture, like it didn't even match up with what Shanghai represents. And even the names, like they could have just used names like names of places or even like the trees, but to use terms that are used in religion and symbology, it's not okay, you know. And they even have the yin yang symbol embossed on some of these shades. So again, the people from this culture are fully within their right to not feel very warm and fuzzy about this palette. And in addition to that, the color story, it wasn't the best. The shimmer side is pretty, the mattes are very muted, they don't show up well on my skin tone. And that was what I was afraid of, like trying it out initially. I was like, are these gonna show up well on me? Because the majority of people that I've seen, the people that are on their PR list, seem to be more fair-skinned, lighter-skinned people, and these don't work that well on me. So that's the Shanghai palette. That's the latest one. It's discontinued. They withdrew it from their website and they're donating to a charity. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna dig too much into it because again, I can't speak to it. You know what I mean? That is not my place and I don't want to insert myself in it. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. The other palette that I picked up is the Iceland Fire and Ice palette. This one is the one that made me order anything from the website in the first place. It just so happens that the Shanghai palette launched at the same time, so I was able to grab both. So this one has blues, it has a strip of fire down the center. So again, this is inspired by Iceland and the natural landscape. This is beautiful looking at it, but then I swatched it and again the shadows are very muted. There's no real punch, there's no saturation to these colors. The most pigmented row or column would be the fire column. The other shades are very muted. Even with the pastels, even though I know they're gonna be lighter shades, they still don't have any payoff. Like they almost disappear on my skin when I swatch them. And for the swatches, I was trying to layer them up so you could see the color, but I still couldn't get the color to really show up. The darker shades like this dark brown and the blue show up pretty decently, but the other shades just really muted, really subdued. And that was a complaint too on my Instagram. People are like, oh God, thank you for swatching these. We haven't seen these on darker skin. And they did ask, they reached out to me to add me to their PR list and they asked me for feedback on the eyeshadows, and you know, they said that they saw the feedback and I'm happy that they're taking feedback, but I don't think they handled the Shanghai feedback that well because they were deleting comments and it was just not handled well initially, and they posted like things on their Instagram feed that wasn't the best approach, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm still like here or there with this brand. I'm gonna feel them out and see what happens. If they send me anything in PR, I'm happy to try them out. But so far, I'm not that impressed. I am not like, ooh, oh my god, like, these are so awesome, you know what I mean? So, disappointed, but I'm glad I still got to try it out. And these are the two best palettes to me that they had on the website, because the other ones, they just look so-so. So if these were the ones that I was inspired by and I'm still disappointed, I don't know. We'll see what else they come out with. If they send me things, fine, but I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna pick anything from them. Okay, listen, my camera just shut off. It doesn't normally shut off, but something happened, okay? The point is, I don't know what was missed, so if you missed any part of this video, I don't know where to fill in. Let's just say that. So I'm just gonna end it right there and cut my losses. I don't know what I lost again. Maybe I didn't lose anything. We don't know. We will see. But either way, I'm just gonna go on my way. But I have upcoming videos featuring different brands. I want to like do brand focused videos. I have a ton of black owned brands that I am going to be featuring coming up. Can't wait to get those products in my hands, get my little grubby hands all in them. And then I have this collection from Oden's Eye. So I want to do a full Oden's Eye video. Check out my Instagram. I am going to be posting swatches of the new Norn's collection. So thank you to Amy from Amy Loves Makeup. She also runs the Instagram page Indie Makeup Spotlight, and she speaks about indie makeup brands all the time. So when I saw this palette and this collection, I was so excited, I was so intrigued, I was so interested. And Oden's Eye has reached out to me before and sent me a couple of their things. I have their blushes, I have their lip stains, and I have a few of their palettes, right? But none of their color stories really spoke to me. You know what? I'm just gonna insert like swatches as I speak through them. So all these palettes that I have that they sent to me, I was just not like moved, you know what I'm saying? The colors are pretty, the formulations are nice, like the mattes are really nice, but on my skin tone, they don't really pop. And that's what I said to them when they asked me if they could send me products. I'm like, I've always liked Oden's Eye. I like how the packaging looks, I like the themes, but the colors, I just don't think they're gonna look great on my skin tone, and are like really intense shades. And they were like, no problem, we understand, but we still want to send these to you so you can try them out. After that, they didn't send me anything else because I didn't feature their products on my channel or on Instagram or anything. In fact, I didn't really speak about them. I think I used one of the blushes in a video. The colors just don't show up well on me. So when I saw this collection, I was like, oh my god. So I was on Twitter, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I should reach out to them, like shoot my shot and see if I could get this collection. And Amy reached out to them on my behalf. She didn't tell me this. She just reached out to them and said, hey, you should check out Tina the Fancy Face. And I was like, oh my god, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. I love Amy's channel because she does such a great job at showcasing different indie brands, and she does quick and easy videos. And if you want to learn about a new collection, she has it posted on her Instagram, and then she has videos on them, and she has discount codes for the majority of these brands. So if you ever want a discount code, Amy might have one. So her discount code is usually Amy Loves, so check her out. Definitely major thank you to Amy. Thanks for looking out, girl. And there are a few great people here on YouTube that have my back, and I really truly appreciate it. So thank you to Amy, and thank you for all those others that look out for me, you know what I'm saying? So I got the Norn's collection, and I want to do a separate video for you guys because this collection, this color story, these finally show up on my skin tone, child. And they have some 5-pan mini palettes. Oh my god, well, they're not 5 pans, they're really 6 because the middle shade is a split pan. So stunning. Oh my god, they're to die for. Like, definitely check out my Instagram, check out the upcoming video, but I'm also showing you the swatches here so you know what's going on. These are so freaking stunning, and these are definitely gonna work on richer skin tones. So I am so excited for these. I am so thankful, and listen, I can't, okay? But again, I'm gonna end this video here, and we're gonna do a separate video because I think it definitely deserves it. And I'm gonna do looks, I think, because I am so excited about those palettes, guys. I was swatching them today, and I'm like, like I couldn't get enough. So I can't wait to share those with you guys. And like I said, there are gonna be other videos coming up with specific brands that I'm excited to share with you guys. So hopefully this video was fun. Hopefully you got some insight into some new products. And this look is from the Angelica Nyqvist Club Nebula palette with Kaleidos makeup. So this video should be posted already. If not, I will link it down below once it goes live. But in case you're interested in seeing how I accomplish that, that's where that will be included. But yeah, I'm gonna leave a full list of all the products mentioned in this video down below, along with links on where you can pick them up. I'm also gonna leave general links to the majority of the websites that we use here on YouTube to shop for beauty and cosmetics. So I will leave those linked below. Those are affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. It's a great way to support the channel because I am able to then put that right back into the content. So I do appreciate you guys using my links. Thank you so much. And I will go ahead and leave links to my Instagram and Twitter again, where you can see swatches of a few of these products already, so you can like really take a gander at them. But I think seeing them in video, seeing them live is much better because you can see the true color representation. So hopefully you can like use them in tandem, you know what I mean? Use me as a resource because that's what I'm here for. But I'm gonna go now, and until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys!